So I just wanted to talk briefly here about all of the word salad as much as I can. The first part is the constant contradictions. They would frequently be contradicting themselves on purpose, making it difficult for me to understand what was truly real or not real, which is just left to make it's a tactic that's meant to make you confused, lost, questioning your own sanity and reality and what you're seeing, what you're feeling, what you're bringing to them. And you know it's just that kind of like push when you're already kind of feeling helpless, to just push you into that hopelessness, like furthering that kind of devastation. So then the second part is they engaged in conversation that never seemed to have any clear point or conclusion, looping back on themselves and making me feel like I was stuck in an endless cycle of this kind of confusion. This was done to exhaust me mentally and emotionally, spiritually, and even ethically and morally, wearing me down over time, little by little, making me even just kind of lose my own self. You know what I mean? Like, I'm already kind of lopped off in the phrase in so many ways, and I'm trying to take myself into what my life has been through that kind of covert abuse. So I'm just trying to lift myself up, not knowing where these things are coming from. And then when you start realizing some of these stuff and you put them together, then all of a sudden you're going to them, and then you're getting nothing but blame shifting. Whenever you confront them about their own bad behavior, they'll twist the conversation or any which way to make it seem like everything that's going on here is nothing but your own fault. You're going crazy. I don't know what you're referring to, and all of this kind of stuff. This manipulation is made to doubt your own perceptions and make you feel as if you are the problem, leading you to feel worthlessness and despair. Invalidation of feelings is the next part, and they would dismiss or belittle your emotions, minimize you, and basically minimize anything that you're bringing to them, to tell you that you're overreacting or that you're being too sensitive, or this invalidation made you feel so isolated or unsupported and unimportant. It's as if your feelings didn't matter, which can lead to the deep and emotional traumatic pain that it brings. And then the fifth thing is they gaslit me. They deliberately twisted the truth to make it seem like my own reality and the things that were happening to me that I remembered and then started even writing down were now changed. And so, like, no, there's something going on here than more than meets the eye, and that made me feel like I know exactly what it is. And so now I wanted to record, and then I got what I needed, I feel, and it just broke me to the point where it's like it didn't even matter. It didn't even matter. And well, how could it matter? You know, 28 years, motherfucker, could go like that. And then it just like, I personally wanted to know how deep and dark this went. So with the word salad, I played word salad back as if like this was really the case. I'm just gonna go all the way, man. Like, fuck you, dude. And that's when shit really hit the fan. And even going into this shit, knowing it broke me to and fucking through. So this tactic is to make someone feel like they're losing their grip on reality, which is a powerful way to break someone down psychologically. And then the sixth part is minimizing your experiences. When you've tried to express how their actions were affecting you, they'll downplay all of your experiences, making you feel like your pain is just insignificant to them. This minimization can lead to a sense of hopelessness, as if no one can understand or care about what you might be going through, and you just really don't know where to go with this. The confusing language, because it's all covert, right? And it's all meant to erode you. as if you're just supposed to go and unalive yourself, you know what I mean? And so if you're put in those situations, don't ever think that way. It's confusing language. They'll use overly complex, vague language to confuse you and make it difficult for you to even respond in the given situation with the word play, the word salad, the tactics, either the time, place, or the thing that they would be playing on within their words together. You know, it's in separate pieces, and it'd all just be like clasp on you, you know what I mean? Let's just clasp on this motherfucker right now. Hey, it didn't work the other day. Let's clasp on him a little bit harder today. That's exactly what was happening to me for a long fucking time. Making me feel like my intellectual ability, or that I'm incapable of understanding what's happening to what's going on in my life. As if their inferiority over me was able to lead you into those feelings of frustration and self-doubt that left for deceptive compliments. And then sometimes they would mix in compliments with their praises, when it was just next to that praise was going to be coming in the more word salad, more criticism, more of that, any kind of which way to clasp on you, to leave you feeling unsure about where you have any kind of grounding with them at all. And so that inconsistency creates this emotional like whiplash inside of you, where it's like it's leaving you more vulnerable and more susceptible to their abuses. And that is what I consider that knife going in and out of my back over and over, twisting my words and things that I would take into the context of my relationships with them, twisting them all and making me out to be the person that's in the wrong, as something that I'm feeling misunderstood about, feeling misrepresented about within my own heart's value. That this tactic can make you feel like you don't even trust your own words. You don't even trust your own emotions. And you're lopped off in that fray. And then on top of it, the poisoning, which is also deeply destabilizing to your sense of self, and not knowing where it's coming from, falling apart after 3-4 hours, when normally you'd be able to be like going all day. So it's eroding not only your self-esteem, but it's eroding you financially. It's eroding you. Through their word salad tactics, they gradually chipped away at my self-esteem, making me feel completely minimized, unworthy, and incapable of receiving love. Over time, this erosion of self-worth has led to feelings of hopelessness, and in severe cases where I've been and I've thought of things like you don't want to know, but it's not healthy, you know. And I'm like, I just want to be healthy with all of that going on, and it's just like, oh, my mind. Creating a sense of desperation. By using these tactics, they intentionally created a sense of desperation within me, just completely like. And that's just cycling. It's just cycling and cycling and cycling. And when I can calm it down, I can calm it down. But then thoughts sometimes do happen. It's like an emotional shrapnel from the relationship I was in, as if that PTSD is like I'm in a war. You know what I mean? All of a sudden. And then this kind of sense of desperation within you makes you feel like there's actually no way to get out, to make things better, to psychologically channel your mind, to be able to push the pressures back, because you're being pushed to the brink, you're being minimized. They need you gone, you know what I mean? And that's my truth. That's what I'm saying, is that they need to be gone. And so psychologically, this pressure can put someone into the brink of themselves, feeling like the only escape is through self-harm or worse. You dig? And so when they knew that I was finding out, well, then it was all stages, all set up all over the place. We're going to record here, make sure that we're trying to get them there, this and that. I never once showed up to the party. Never once. I'm not that kind of person. And I knew that that's exactly what they needed me to be. Exactly. Because if it wasn't jail and the law getting involved, me hurting myself, or the poison working, or any other sleuthic of abuse that would have left me for dead, literally for dead, then it wasn't good enough. Do you see what I mean? Because my heart's work is formidable. My G knew that shit. My G knew that shit from a long fucking time ago. My G, I think, knew that shit from hacking me, even. I have a story I want back from whoever fucking hacked me. And this motherfucker, I'm sorry, but you are the fucking hacker. I came to you, I make that song about a hacker as if it was hypothetically you. And as soon as I was all like, oh yeah, G, check this fucking song out, it's so fucking kick-ass. You listened to it, you knew it was all you. And you even fucking said that, oh, this is about me. So, yeah, I think I did a good fucking job with my fucking lyrics, bro. Anyway, it's just, okay, I'm done. I have to be still.